In this video, I'm going to do a quick overview of the sample parameter data functions within Chomplr. So when a sample is loaded into the Chomplr engine, the sample is shown in the sample display window. And underneath the sample display, we have all the different sample data functions, which allows you to further tweak and edit your samples, which we'll be going over in this video. On the left, we have our data adjustment slider and data adjustment buttons, which is used to edit the sample data functions. You also have the operating modes, which is polyphonic, chromatic, and all, which is also used to set the playback and editing options for the sample data functions, but we'll get into that in a later video. But just a quick side note, activating all will make changes to all sample chops from the sample data functions, and not activating it will only make changes to individual sample chops. First is the start button, which allows you to adjust the start point of the selected sample chop. And next we have the end button, which allows you to select the end point of the selected sample chop. The attack button sets the attack time of the envelope, which shapes the sound of the selected sample chop. For example, here's what it sounds like with no attack applied. And here's what it sounds like when I start to apply some attack. The release button sets the release time of the envelope, which shapes the sound of the selected sample chop. The tune button adjusts the pitch of the selected sample chop. Volume adjusts the gain of the selected sample chop. Pan allows you to adjust the panning to the left or the right of the selected sample chop. Loop allows you to loop a certain portion of the selected sample chop. Placing the data slider to the bottom will turn loop off, and placing the data slider to the top will turn loop on. Using the start and end data functions will allow you to adjust the start and end point of the loop, and the loop will play back for however long you hold the key/note. Reverse allows you to play the selected sample chop forward or reverse, and similar to loop, moving the data slider to the bottom will turn reverse off, and moving the data slider to the top will turn reverse on. You can also reset individual sample data functions by tapping and holding the desired function. And just a reminder, you could also refer to page 5 or 9 of the manual, which also goes over the sample parameter data functions. Now that you're familiar with the sample data functions, I'm going to show you a quick example of what you can do to give your sample a unique sound.
Hand me that ox cord.